tell me that you're on your way. Cause I can't wait another day. And I know you wanna play. No, girl, I know the spots that'll make you hot. Maybe ready or not, you know. Girl, I know the place. It's within your face. Tell me that you're on your way.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lisa, and I'm back for now. Hey, I can't see. I took my glasses off. I'm sorry. Let me see. Hey, Marietta, how you doing? I know I have not been on here since last year, so happy New Year to everybody who has not seen me this year, because I don't think I've been on this year. I was going through some stuff, so I'm gonna tell you that first up, and then we're gonna get into what I'm talking about because it kind of ties into what I'm talking about. Hold on. Hey, Shonda's where? Hey, y'all. Hey. My mother died on Christmas Day. My grandmother died on Christmas Day. My mother died December the 5th, I think it was. I was not there when she passed away. I was here where I live. And so December is a very bad month for me. Bad and good. My son was born in December, but my family passed away in December. So this past month or so, about a month and a half, I've had like some super bad depression. Not watching TV, not really eating, just kind of, I say it's depression, but I kind of zone out, don't talk to nobody. And this is coming up, 2026 is 20 years since 2025, I'm sorry, y'all. 2025 was 25th anniversary of my mother's passing. So it kind of hit me. And then me going through my struggles with health and things kind of hit me. And it's just, it was just too much all at once, and I just shut down. I just read. I read books. I'm still reading. Hold on, y'all. Still reading. And I'm thinking about writing one. So maybe a year or so, y'all might see something with, pick it up. It might be good. But anyway, I digress. That's the future, and that's not what we're talking about. I have not been clinically diagnosed. So I'm just calling it depression because I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't watch TV. I didn't do anything but read. Anything to keep my mind from wandering and running around and just going places I didn't want it to go. I ate sporadically. I drank sporadically. I did enough to survive. And I got enough fat cells, they can carry me for a little while. So as long as I'm hydrated, I'm good. But it felt like just too much. It felt like too much. I have been off my feet too long. It's 20 years. My mama is gone. It was too much. So I shut down. That's the first time I just shut down. Now I have shut down for a week or so. So I'm sure I've always had the ability to be clinically depressed, but I just started coming out of it this week to where, I'm talking to my sister on the phone and everything. I'm texting because, we text more than we talk with. So thank you. Hey, hold on. I ain't got my glasses on, y'all. So give me a second. Yeah. Thank you, Shonda. Thank you. Thank you, Marietta. Yeah, it's been 20 years. It's been, what year is this? It's been maybe 10 since my mom passed. So it's it is what it is. Hey, Gray, how you doing? So that's why I have not been online. That's why I have not been making videos or doing lives. That's why I didn't have anything to contribute to the YouTube streets. I didn't have any commentary. I didn't care about what the hell nobody else was doing. So I don't want to come on here and half-ass talk and not talk to y'all. And I don't want to come on here and give y'all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even if only 3 people look at my live, but 100 people watching my replay, I don't want to give anybody no bullshit. So I stayed off. I stayed to myself. And I had to come out of it on the other side. So I'm trying to come out of it now. Am I happy, Fluffy? No. I'm fluffy. But I'm happy. I'm happy with my life, with the things I have in my life. But, my internal things, they are what they are. So the reason that this title is I Have No Sympathy in 2026. Here's why. I watched a couple of things. And I normally do commentary after I watch Karamo or Steve. So I was watching Steve today. And the first story was about a young lady who was in a lesbian relationship. And I got 3 stories. And we're going to kind of all tie them together. 2 from TikTok and 1 from TV. And we kind of tie them together why I got no sympathy for nobody. And I'm going to explain that. So the first story was a young lady who had been dealing with her friend, a guy, since she was dating somebody else. And she knew the guy liked her. Now she's sleeping with a woman. But she's still having sex with a homeboy. She got pregnant by a homeboy. Now, the girl that she cheated on with the dude, if anybody it's a lesbian and date studs or masculine presenting, depending upon the race, some of them have a tendency to collect baby mamas like they making babies. I have dated those. I've talked to those. About I'm gonna always be my baby mama best friend, your baby mama. Sir, ma'am. You who? Okay. But anyway, I digress. So this does say she's going to help take care of the baby. And the chick got other kids. So this is not the first time. So I'm not going to get into the whole I fall back on women because I can't get the men to take care of my kids, women. But I'm again digress. So instead of her talking to this young man that she was actively having sex with more than one time, she tells everybody that he got her pregnant on purpose so that she would be with him. And instead of having a discussion with her friend, her person, this dude that was her homeboy that she liked to have sex with, even though she had a girlfriend, she's blasting because social media is king now. Social media is king. So instead of talking to the person like I'm talking, even like I'm talking to y'all, she gets on social media talking about he did it on purpose. He put a hole in the condom. He ain't wear no condom. Now, here's my thing. Ladies, I have no sympathy anymore for it's his fault. He did it. I didn't mean to. No, I don't want to hear that shit. Let me tell you something. I am about to be 59. I think for a second. I'm about to be 59 years old. And back when I was in school, in grade, middle, high school, I was out of high school before. I was a senior high school. My bad. I was a senior high school before we even talked about people having kids in school because that shit wasn't done. There was no 16 and pregnant on MTV. There was none of that glorifying being a teenage mama. That was none of that. When I was growing up, it was still... oh, she a hoe. Oh, she is awful. She this and the third. Back when I was in school, all that stuff they be saying on more when they be calling the girl a hoe. I'm like, well, if she a hoe, why you have sex with her? Who's the whore? Okay. But anyway, I digress again. So we didn't have none of that. So as I got older, and I was with the mama that I was with, who worked in hospitals, who was a nurse, who told me what happened when women didn't want babies and abortion was not accessible to everybody. Told me what happened with the children that are born and with the women who try to get rid of them. She was a strong proponent of pro-choice. She was. She told me in no uncertain terms, as long as there's a teen on the end of your age, you will not be a mother. I was like, shit. As long as there's a 20 in my age, I ain't gonna be a mama. Hell, it was almost a 40 before I got there. But again, digressing. So he was a daddy. And she told me, I don't want him to have anything to do with that. My girlfriend said she's going to take care of it. Girl, let me tell you something. I am a lesbian through and through. I have never slept with a man and a woman at the same time. Never. I've never went back to a man. Now, do I think men are attractive? Absolutely. Just like before I came out, I thought women were attractive. Did I want to sleep with women? Yes. Do I want to sleep with men? Absolutely not. I made a man. Why would I think something wrong with him? I made one. I don't want to date them. And I realized why I wasn't happy and why I was not in sustainable relationships my entire heterosexual career. Because that's not where I was supposed to be at. Again, digression. So he's the father, and he didn't lie. The condom broke. She said, now here's where I get pissed off when you come in here and women want sympathy for shit that you shouldn't be sympathetic for. As an adult, you are 100% responsible for what goes on with your body. I'm not talking about in any case of assault, in any form, fashion, not sexual, not violent. I'm not talking about anything that was done against your will. I'm not talking about that. I'm also not talking about two drunk people who have had sex before having sex again. I'm not talking about that either. But when you start talking about people and talking about they did stuff against your will, they forced you, they made you, I had this baby because of you. No, you didn't. You had that baby because you wanted to have it. You had that baby with a girlfriend, with a dude you know you didn't want. And now you want people to feel sorry for you and be mad at him. Let me tell you something. It is 2026. Why are we doing that? Ladies, I realized the other day that I can't do it anymore. I can't have sympathy. I can't. I'm going to side with who is right. And I'm going to stick to who I think is right. Because and for me, the only person's opinion that matters is mine. And an opinion is absolutely that, an opinion. It's not a fact. I don't know what the hell was going through that girl's mind. I don't know what was going through his mind. But I do know that if I have sex, I cheat on my girlfriend with a dude I've had sex before, and I know this dude likes me, and I end up getting pregnant, I'm not going to stay that way. Because it's not sustainable. I don't want this man. I don't want this man in my life. And I don't know who did not give the memo to everybody who gets pregnant by people who are not permanent in their life. That baby is not, it's not a glue. It's not a stickum. It's not Gorilla Glue. It doesn't make somebody act right. It's not. It's a tool, a weapon. It is not what it's supposed to be. Especially when you got issues with the other person. So you done brought this man on here and he's all kind of everything. And not everybody's going to look at him sideways, even though he been on the Steve show, even though he told the truth, even though he didn't lie about it, even though you could tell that she was making shit up as she went along because little parts of her story changed as shit started not looking kosher for her. I don't have sympathy. Let me tell y'all something. I know that there are a lot of places where birth control and the morning after pill and clinics are not readily available. Stop fucking. Mm-hmm. Stop fucking. Because you're not thinking past the sex. You're not thinking past the orgasm. And most of y'all ain't even getting them. That's the killing part. Y'all ain't busting no nuts. Y'all just getting fucked and making babies. By random strangers or by somebody you don't like, but the dick good or the coochie good or whatever. Y'all just whatever. Ain't nothing that good. Let me tell you, I had an epiphany last night. I was talking about another story. I'm gonna talk about in a minute. I'll tell you an epiphany last night. After a certain age, and I'm talking to men right now. Let me tell y'all something. I'm talking to the men who may see this, may not, and I'm talking to the women who fuck with the men who got a lot of baby mamas. They were trying to get you pregnant. They meant what they were doing. Let me tell you something, 16, 17, 18, I'll say up to 21. It might have been a mistake. But a 30, 40-year-old man busting a nut raw, that wasn't no mistake. He was trying to tie you to him. Now, my epiphany happened way after my baby making years. And after I only had one baby, which I was fine with. But I realized you'll baby me before you wife me? You'll baby me before you girlfriend me? I have no sympathy. I have no sympathy for Richard with 17 baby mamas. I don't. Boy, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. You was playing craps with your dick. And guess what? 17 times you lost. And to the 17, 16, 15, or to that one chick that you got 4 babies by, but they separated between the other babies you got, and you got 17 kids, but you got 14 baby mamas, and to the chick that gave you 3 of them kids, even though they spaced out between your other babies. I don't have no sympathy for y'all neither. I don't have no sympathy for the 3rd baby mama. I don't. I don't have no sympathy for 3 baby daddies. Be mad with me if you want to. I don't care. Because here's the thing. With child number 1, I knew that this is a possibility. So doing it again in the same fashion that I got the first one, that's a choice. I don't feel sorry for you. That's not a mistake. If I got 1, if 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8, then egg plus sperm is baby. Again, I am not, let me reiterate, during the piece of time that we are going on, I am not talking about something that happened against your will. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about, and I'm not talking about children who are not being educated about sex properly. I'm talking about grown-ups doing grown-up things, not realizing that you're going to have some grown-up consequences. No sympathy whatsoever. I'm not having it anymore. I'm not sitting there, oh, poor baby. No, you good. I'm not having sympathy for somebody who put their business on the internet and then get mad when I have an opinion. Leads me in to story number 2. So if you go on TikTok, you know, people have story times and they have updates to the beginning story time, and it could go from 2 updates to 57. So this one was only 4 or 5 updates. So there was a stud who was talking about her homeboy. So we're going to have, this is going to be, so y'all know who I'm talking about during this particular story. There is husband, Travis Scott, who the storyteller said that the girl that the husband cheated on his wife with looked like Travis Scott. The girl was a stud who looked like Travis Scott. So we have, these are the players: husband, wife, Travis Scott, girlfriend is Travis Scott's girlfriend. I give you all of this in front, so when I say these things, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And we're talking about the storyteller. Storyteller says her homeboy cheated on his wife with Travis Scott. Now, Travis Scott. Now, I went and looked at a picture of Travis Scott, and wow, I'm finding it. He's not attractive. And I can't imagine the stud that looks like Travis Scott looking any more attractive. So let's go with there, because they didn't have a picture. So this is the idea. So and the storyteller was like, wait, what? Tell me more. So husband and Travis did the do. Now, storyteller said, you may ask, why does that make a difference? Because once you take the clothes off of Travis, there are still the lady parts. And this is 100% true. As somebody who dates studs or masculine presenting lesbians, black lesbians, that's what a stud is. I have a tendency to date women who at first glance could be mistaken for a man. At first glance. There's nothing on me that's going to mistake me for no dude. Nothing I can do. There's not a binder enough to get these titties down. Nothing you do with this ass. There's nothing that's going to make me look like a girl, but a dude. So I have a tendency to date. But I've dated femmes, but I have a tendency, my preference is, but if you look closer, you can see, oh, that's a woman. Yeah. And then people are like, well, if you're going to date somebody that looks like a man, why not date a man? You know why? Because if I take her clothes off, there's a her under there. But again, digression. So as the story goes, uh, husband, Travis Scott, did. Now, I'm of the mindset, especially if you're dealing. Now, there are some beautiful studs. There are some beautiful masculine presenting women that while they're masculine presenting, they still have feminine features. So this is not that case. This is a dude messing with a girl that looks like a dude in the story. So in my mind, a lot of times when you have somebody, a man or woman who dates someone, with women it's a little different because you can date a stud and you can get that masculine air from a man, but you get the woman. But a lot of times when straight women dip and dab over here in the lesbian pond, they're doing it and they shouldn't be. They just shouldn't be. Because it's an experiment. When I first came out, that was my one thing. I didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings because I was going to go back to men and I just thought you was cute. Because I've seen that. I like you. I don't like women. I like you. Now, does it make you bi? I guess. But that wasn't me. I had to make sure that this is what I wanted. This is what I liked. This is where I felt comfortable before I pursued anything with the first woman I was with. Because I know I don't want nobody to do that to me. I know I don't want nobody to say, well, I don't know them to date fat girls, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to do that to me. So I wouldn't do that to anybody else. So I made sure where I was going to be and who I was doing it with before I did what I did. And I was what I was. And as you can see, I am married to a woman and I'm going to stay that way till I die. This particular woman, as a matter of fact. But anyway, again, more digression. So, but in my mind, when you have men that actively pursue masculine looking women, especially those that are presented as a stud or bisexual stud, I think you want to dip your toe in homosexuality. I think you want to DL in homosexuality without dipping your toe actually in the pond. You want to do, but you ain't ready for the booty. That's just my thought process. Again, I don't have nobody I can ask. I'm just saying. So, husband has sex with Travis, tells storyteller tells us. Fast forward, Travis catches a little feelings, wants to keep doing it with husband. Nobody's telling wife. Fast forward again, stud tells girlfriend. Travis tells girlfriend. Then Travis has a bright idea. Hey, husband, how about you, me, and my girlfriend have a threesome? They have a threesome. And who'd have thunk it? Girlfriend likes husband. So girlfriend and husband start doing an nasty behind Travis Scott's back. So it comes out, Travis Scott and girlfriend get into it. Travis Scott goes to jail. So storyteller's like, hey, how did Travis Scott get in jail? Well, yeah. Travis Scott found out the girlfriend was doing the freaky sneaky with the husband behind their back after the threesome, but they still wanted to do the threesome. And while they were doing the threesome, Travis Scott was mad because husband was paying more attention to girlfriend than husband was paying attention to Travis Scott. This is very convoluted. I have no sympathy for any of that. Not for husband, not for wife, not for girlfriend, not for Travis. Here's why. You're married. Don't cheat on your wife with anybody. Break up. Divorce your wife. Or don't get married in the first place. If you're a whore, and I'm talking about male or female, I have no problem. Again, I will state it every time so that nobody makes any mistakes. I have no problem with a whole era. I don't. I had one. And I'm grown. If I was single, I'd have one again if I wanted to. I have no problem with that. That's all I'm talking about. Don't get married if you're in your whole era. Don't get married if you know that you're going to cheat on your spouse. Don't get married. It's as simple as that. I'm not telling you not to date. I'm not telling you not to love. Don't marry somebody when you know you still dibbling and dabbling over here in the corner. Don't do it. Hold on. I can't see. Hold on. Hi, Tony. That's right, Auntie in the building. Thank you. Now, so fast forward. Don't get married. So no sympathy. Fuck that. No, don't get married. Do your whole thing. Hoe it up. Let me tell you some good stuff on everything I love. If I had this attitude now, that I have back when I was fine. Now I had an attitude, but back in the day, I didn't think I was cute. Even though people told me, even though I could see I was not ugly, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't have that, oh, I'm so beautiful that I can do anything. I'm just a little fat. I didn't have that. I have been told my whole life by my mom that I was too fat, that I was fat, and nobody was going to want me while I was fat. That the reason I had sex with a white man was so you be light skinned with green eyes, and then now you're fat. So you're messing that all up. So that's what I grew up with. So I didn't have the attitude I have now. I wish I did, because back in the day. But even that being said, if I wanted to hoe, I wouldn't have married DC. I'd just be hoeing and having fun, getting people to pay my bills. That's what I'd be doing. Don't marry somebody if you're not ready to be monogamous. Don't marry somebody if you still want to be single. Husband, I don't have sympathy for wife because I bet this ain't the first person he did it with, and you're still his wife. I don't have sympathy. So if you are in any of these categories, if you're a wife and you knew he a hoe and you still married him, no sympathy. If you a hoe and got married and you still doing hoe shit, no sympathy. Travis Scott, I have no problem with bisexuality. Do you? Hell, it opens up all the doors. You got a dating profile that is immaculate. It's just everybody. However, don't cheat on your girlfriend. No sympathy. No sympathy for you, Travis Scott, getting dicked down by some dude who you know really just wanted to conquer you as a stud and not really wanted to be your man. Because if he wanted to be your man, he would have been married to somebody that looks like you. And as soon as you presented him with, now this is the description that the storyteller gave of the girlfriend. She was thick on the bottom, but she had a boy chest. Said Travis Scott had more chest than she did. And she was very pretty. That's how he described her. So husband was enjoying girlfriend behind Travis's back while still married. See that? It's a lot. So Travis Scott and girlfriend got into it. Travis Scott went to jail for domestic violence. Storyteller was like, hey, what's Travis Scott's name so I can bail out? Did somebody bail out? He's like, are you going to... Storyteller asked her friend, are you going to bail her out? And she's like, huh? Fast forward. Travis Scott gets out of jail, bailed out by girlfriend. Girlfriend lied and said that they only did it 3 times. The husband said, no, we did it about 6 times. Now, I don't know who I believe. And I don't really care. One time is one time too many. The threesome, if y'all agreed on the threesome, y'all did the threesome and did the thing and do, that's the whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. But when it becomes the only person in the threesome that I still don't have sympathy for her, because I'm sure this ain't the first time. Stop sticking around, hoping it's going to get better, hoping he going to opt out of his whole face. Guess what, sugar plumps? Guess what? He's not. You gave him permission. You gave her permission. Him, her, don't matter. You gave them permission to stay in your life when you said that them being with you was more important than their self-esteem, than respect. That's what you did. Because when they came to you talking about, I'm sorry, I never do it again, for the 15th time, you said, okay, I'll give you another shot. I don't feel bad. Now, to find out, Travis Scott still won't husband. So can we go back to our original of me, you, and girlfriend? And this is 2026, y'all. 2026. There's only a month. There's not even a month and a half into 2026. And these are shenanigans that are going on. I have no sympathy. Let me tell you something. Have sex who you want to, how you want to, as long as it is legal and it doesn't hurt children and animals. I don't give a fuck what you do. Realistically, I don't. Now, you are a commentary for my channel. You are a talking point. But I don't really care about what you do because we're grown. As long as you're grown and you understand that there are consequences to your actions, bad or good consequences, do you. But make no mistake, if you put that shit on the internet, we're going to talk about it. And we're not going to talk good about it. Everybody who puts your personal, private, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend business on the internet, understand that there's going to be somebody that looks like me, a content creator, is going to come on the content and create. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Now, if you don't want us talking about your business, if you don't want to be the topic of conversation, keep that shit in your phone and text your best friend. But as soon as you hit record, edit, and post, it's game over. No sympathy for none of y'all. If you don't want us to talk about you, don't be somewhere where we talk about you. Which leads me to my third point. There was a clip on TikTok. A woman was recording. I'm assuming it's her second husband or her kid's step parent, fussing at or arguing with or getting upset with his wife because his wife, her son, and her daughter were laying in the bed, in the marital bed, I guess. I'm going to say it like that, watching a movie together. And he comes in talking about how he's pissed off and how the son almost got hurt because you had another man in my bed. What the fuck are you talking about? He is arguing with his wife, talking about her 13-year-old son is a man, and that man should not be in my bed. Let me tell you what my 21-year-old son did when he came home. He sat up here between me and my wife and got tickled like he's a toddler in our marital bed. Let me tell you what else happened. DC went somewhere. Me and Nick was at home. We sat down because when Nick comes home, me and him don't watch all the same movies. Some we do, but we diverge because Nick is like an old man when it comes to movies and music. He older than me. I don't know where that came. I do know where it came. That's right. So I watch his movies when he comes home because that's how me and my baby do. We watch movies. When he was younger, we sleep in the same bed. My wife will get on here and sit next to her son because that's who Nick is. Never not one time has my wife said anything about another man being in bed because it's my child. This is her child. Now, from what I understand, they broke up. I wish anybody would tell me what I can do with or without my child. I wish that I had a story time about something similar like that happening to me. Because one, I wouldn't have recorded it. That's not one. Two, I'd have like little black numbers across my jumpsuit right here. Let me tell you something. From all the commentary, from all the videos, TikToks, YouTubes that I've seen about men and women talk about their significant others, wives, spouses, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. And that is where I get my information from. I don't understand the desire to have somebody that is so strong that it overrules your parenting, that it overrules your kids. I don't get that. I don't understand that. You a grown ass man arguing with your wife, talking about her son and daughter laying in the bed watching a movie together, and you got a man in my bed. I almost hurt him. No, you almost committed suicide by wife. That's what you did. You gonna tell me you almost hurt my kid? Oh no, nigga, you can all them clothes you taking off and putting in the dirty clothes, put them back on. And matter of fact, grab some of your shit out of here because somebody call the police because something wrong with you. It's something wrong. Let me tell you something. The desire to have somebody in your bed cannot outweigh your self-preservation. The desire to have somebody in your bed cannot outweigh your parenting. The desire to want to have somebody in your bed cannot outweigh your self-esteem. Let me tell you something. I have missed before, when I was single, before DC, I missed the weight. I'll tell you how I do it. I miss the weight of somebody in the bed with me. Now, do I like sleeping by myself? Absolutely. Will I have laundry? Y'all see my ponytail? Oh, they got Penelope has some, so we twinsies. But anyway, do I like the fact that my laundry can live on the side of the bed for weeks because don't nobody sleep there? Absolutely. But when I was single, every now and again, wish that there was somebody there to hold me, laugh with. Absolutely. But did the desire for somebody to sleep with me overrule the fact? No, the fuck it didn't. I wish. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you what a lie is. A lie is when somebody tell you that's not the person I dated. That's not the person I married. That's not the person I had a child with. That's a lie. You're lying. You're lying. And let me tell you why. Because listen to the person that tells you that. Next time, y'all listen to my video right now. And you talking to your homegirl. Listen to your homegirl tell you about that dude for the 13th time. How good he is, but maybe if I did this, he'd. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the stories. They knew who they got with. They just thought that they were sunshine. That if they threw their coochie up in the air, the sun came out. And hear what I tell you. Hold on. Hey, Castro, how you doing? That's what they thought. Let me tell you, sunshine don't stick around, baby. Sunshine comes and goes. You ain't sunshine. Your shit ain't special. What he was doing when you met him is what he's going to be doing while you're dating, is what he's going to be doing when you get married. And because you allowed it each and every time, and because you took him back, and because he said, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. She didn't mean anything. How many women have heard a man or a woman say, he didn't mean anything? Well, if they didn't mean anything, why were you so willing to risk my love? So clearly my love, the sex that I freely gave you, the babies that I made in your name meant nothing. If the bitch you decided to sleep with on me meant nothing. You are willing to risk the sanctity of your home, of your peace, of your marriage, of the vows you took before whatever God you believe in over nothing. Okay. Really? They meant something. Because every second between the time you decided to have sex with this outside person, the time you had sex with this outside person is a choice. From the time you took that first text message, from the time you answered that first DM, from the text that made you think about doing it, from the text where y'all playing, where y'all gonna meet at, for the outfit you chose, the shower you took, the keys you picked up, the car you gassed up, the phone you charged up, all of those were choices where you could have said, I'm not going to hurt this person that I took vows with. I'm not going to hurt this person that I decided to make my own. I'm not going to hurt this person who gave me babies by sleeping with somebody who doesn't mean anything. So you made an educated choice to skip over all that for some coochie or some ding dang. Not like you couldn't get none at home, but you ain't doing it with them. Because I got them. I don't need to do it with them. I got them. But let me see if I can get them. She ain't going nowhere. Mm, yeah. Violence. That shit just don't start when you get married. That starts the first time he tells you that you don't need to call your mama or your sister or your best friend. That starts the first time he asks you 13 times where you going after you already told him, I'm going to work. I'm going to the store. I'm going to church. I'm going to the corner store. Violence started when you realize you ain't seeing your best friend, your mama, your cousin, and them that you used to see 2-3 times a week in 6 months. Violence starts when you got to get everybody out of your phone because he don't like you hanging with homegirl because she make you be a hoe. Because she a hoe. Yeah. It didn't start with him telling her that her 13-year-old son was a man in his bed. It didn't start there. It started with him checking her location and asking her, why was you there for 5 minutes too long? It started with her bristling, how much you want to bet he done bristled up at her son before? That her son did something. Instead of treating him like a son or a young man to teach, he treated him like a nigga that's sleeping in his woman bed. So I have no sympathy for the mama either. Now she left him, cool. But what happened before that video? See, we are subject to snippets of people's lives. Like now, you're subject to a snippet of my life. At the beginning of this live, I told you I went through a little depressive bout, and that's why I hadn't been on here since the last time when I was in December. I'm giving you that so you can understand that. No, I just wasn't sitting over here bullshitting. I was sitting over here I was struggling. I was fighting for my fucking life. But that's my burden. That's my shit to bear. I share it with y'all so you can understand that if you're going through something, there's somebody there that understands. Now, I may not have the answers for you, but I understand what you're going through. And there is another side to it. You can't just be doing this shit for entertainment purposes so I can cuss on TV. You can't just be doing it for that. We don't have followers just to have followers. People got to follow us and see something about them and us. Seasonal depression is real and it's deadly. And it can hit anybody at any time. It don't matter how much I am who I am. It can hit you and you don't even know you hit until you in it. So when we give them, these are snippets of people live. We don't know, but I'm telling you on everything I love, he didn't just start with that. Hey, baby, he didn't just start with the video she took. He been doing stuff because she decided to take the video. I have no sympathy. You left eventually. You gave him the opportunity to do it more than one time. How many times does your child have to feel unwelcome in a home that their parent is in before you understand that you are the problem as well? Yeah. These one-sided problems? No. On Maury, Karamo, Steve, any of the shows. These are not one-sided problems. This is not some dude got you knocked up. This is you and some dude had sex. This is not some girl trapped you. This is you and some girl had sex. This is not he cheated on me. This is the dude who got 5 baby mamas before you. This is the dude you took from her. This is the girl you took from him. This shit is two-sided all the way. I don't feel sorry for baby mamas that don't know the last name of the man they're having a baby with. Vice versa. Flip it around, women. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for women and men who marry people who are in the military and then cheat on their spouse because they're gone. Bitch, you knew what you was getting into. I worked on the military base from 1996 to 2006, 10 years, off and on for 10 years. I was either in the grocery store or in the enlisted club. All I saw were married women and men who were married to military service, who were deployed, coming in there on Saturday and Sunday trying to get some ass. You knew what your spouse's job was when you got with them. Do you know how many women, single women, that used to come in there? Not so much men, because a lot of men don't like the fact that their woman is a soldier and they're just some dude who work at AutoZone. So don't get it twisted. There are those. But most men, most times women looking for military men. You know how many married wives I've seen in there hollering at some dude that's gonna be gone next weekend because he was just, because I worked at a school that had a air war college. And yeah, you got people coming in there for 2 or 3 months, 2 or 3 weeks. And you got women whose husbands are deployed. And then as soon as something happened, as soon as they get pregnant while they're gone, well, you were gone all the time. I was lonely. Bitch, you knew what you was getting into. Don't marry somebody and you don't like what they do for a living. Don't marry a cop if you too scared, or you think, don't marry a fireman. Don't marry a soldier. If you can't deal with the absence, if you can't deal with uncertainty, don't do it. And I don't care about love. I'm sorry. I have loved somebody that I knew I should keep my black ass away from. I have been in love with somebody that I knew was going to fuck my soul up. And I left them alone. So don't tell me that you have to marry somebody because you love them. No, you have to love yourself enough not to. Yeah. I need to sit. Excuse me. And I'm back. I'm not. Life is too short to keep giving people a pass for bullshit. It's too short. If you don't like that man, but he can do for you, leave that man alone. If you're ashamed to take that girl in front of your friends, leave that girl alone. Don't have a baby because you need somebody to love you. Let me tell you some good stuff. Because on TikTok, if you look at something, then you keep looking, then you keep saying your FYP is filled with stuff the same. So I looked at some of my Pisces because it's about to be March 1st. Y'all know what that time is. Pisces time. It's time. Anyway, and they were talking about all the traits of Pisces and all that stuff. And each one of them was talking about how Pisces just cut people off with no warning, no words, no nothing. Let me tell you something. I cut off everything but oxygen to myself. Do you understand me? Well, every now and again I go, you know what? I should have said something. But I keep going to let me tell you something. I watched a parent. And before I say this, let me tell you something. I understand. Now, just because I didn't have my baby as a teenager, I understand that when you're a child, there's a learning curve. Parenting at any age is extraordinarily hard. It is not for the weak. And it ain't no joke. I can imagine being 15, 16, 17, hell, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, and you got this baby that you are 100%. That's it. That being said, I cannot stand girl moms who don't like their daughters, boy moms that like their sons too much, girl dads who treat their daughter like they treat their women, and boy moms that treat their son like they treat that man that they didn't like. Get somebody. Cut them off. Family, sisters, cousins, best friend, whoever. It's not amenable to your peace. You let me tell you who can't hurt you. You. And the only time you hurt you is when you let somebody else do it. When you let outside forces do it. You are 100% in control of you. And that's the only person you're 100% in control of. If your mama makes you feel small and tiny, treats you like the enemy, more worried about the man that sleep in her bed than whether or not he getting in yours when you're a child. When you get old enough, don't feel bad if you don't talk to her no more. Because let me tell you some good shit. When they get older, they kind of mellow out a little bit, but they still do the same stuff they was doing when you was young. And if you ain't healed that trauma, don't do it. Fathers that treat their sons like the reason that they're not in the NFL, NBA, CBS, NBC is because they had this little boy, and now this son has to do all the things that the father was supposed to do but couldn't do because of him. And if he don't do it the way he's supposed to do it, then there's something wrong with him. But you got to make him a man. I got to make him tough so he can't cry. Instead of talking to him, I punch him. That's a man. Cut your daddy off. Your daddy don't love you. Your daddy don't love himself. Boy, moms, that's not your man. He not your man. He's not the head of the household. My son, let me tell you something. I'm 37 years older than my son. And if I live to be 100 years old and he lives to be sick and he's 63, which I think is 37. Yeah. He's still my child. He is not a grown man. He's not the head of my household. He's the head of his household. But I'm the head of mine. And he's under that. He's not your man. You're not taking your son on a date. I'm taking my son to see a movie and we're going to eat afterwards. Me and my son ain't on no date. You're doing your child a disservice. Because he's going to be the only man you have. Because y'all going to be on, what's that show? A Mama's Boy? Absolutely not. Cut them off. Cut off everybody. If you got that friend that every time you bring somebody around them, they try to flirt and sleep with them, that's not your friend. Leave that hoe where she at. Or he at. If you can't trust your best friend around your spouse or significant other, it's not your friend. Leave that hoe where she at. Or he at. If to look good, your friend has to put you down, leave that over there. If every time you get in public and your homeboy got to talk down to you when the girls come around so that he can feel better about himself, so he can look better and you don't look good, yeah. Cut everybody off. And guess what? It'll be hard in the beginning, but eventually you'll realize that all that noise that was in your head, all those extra thoughts and feelings that you didn't know where they came from. It's not that you didn't know where they came from. You just didn't want to know where they came from. They came from bullying, but not from outside forces, from the people that's supposed to hold you up when times are down. No sympathy. And you ain't got to have none for me. That's the thing. If something happens and sympathy needs to be given for something appropriate, fine. But just because I took to the internet to tell you my personal, private, romantic business, I have sympathy. I have commentary. I have judgment, but I have no sympathy. And if you have none for me, I'm cool with that as well. Because we make excuses for people and they disappoint us over and over and over again. We live in a country right now where if you're not the appropriate color, they're going to ask for your freedom papers. Hold on. Hey, Peace. I don't want to mess that up, so we're just going to go with Peace. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. Welcome. Hey, y'all. That's what I say. Anyway, we live in a country now where you got to have your freedom papers. We're the laughing stock of the world. No sympathy anymore. It is not like when I was growing up, and if you didn't have a phone book or an encyclopedia, you didn't know shit. Now, right now, I have two devices that I'm not even on. That I can go and talk to somebody in China, Japan, Switzerland if I want to, find out any fucking information I want. I can Google anything I want and get information about it. So please don't tell me that y'all are like us and we didn't know shit. Please don't tell me you're not what's the word I'm looking for? Acquainted with damn near the world. That you got to keep doing some 1985 type shit. Hold on. The B lady, hey y'all. No. This is 2026. I right now can Google something, some random shit y'all put in the chat, and I can Google it right now on my iPad, and I can tell you what it is. It's randomness. So please don't tell me that in 2026 that we're still doing the same shit I was doing in 1985, but having no lasting evidence, because we didn't have cell phones and shit like that. Stuff ain't got no better. Come on now. Go on TikTok right now. On some other device. Go on TikTok right now and tell me, won't you see 13 different stories about my husband cheating on me, my wife cheating on me, we get a divorce, they get a divorce, we getting married, they getting married. Well, they just got a divorce, well, she getting married. You got a baby by him? Yeah, you know that one night we did in the, in the backyard, in the club, in the bathroom at my mama's house. Is that the story you want to tell your baby? Hold on. They will post whatever was said. Absolutely. Heck, they stopped making phone books, and I stay the phone book from the state or the city I was living in, about that thing. That thing, and 95% of it was yellow pages. But again, yes, I know that it sells, but at some point, there's only so much of my personal private business I'm gonna put on here. Let me tell y'all some good stuff. DC and I can be divorced for years. Y'all wouldn't know it. Because none of your business. None of you. None of you. If you don't have your business online, you're out of luck. Yeah, I want to be out of luck. I don't want my business. I want what I want you to know. But then when people put their business out there online, the first thing they want to do is don't talk about what I'm talking about. Why y'all talking about that when women when my husband did this, but then as soon as we get on here talking about, hey, are you sure you wanted to post that? We're not going to say anything nice. Don't be mean to him. Bitch, if you'd have stayed home, we wouldn't have been mean to him. If you hadn't put your phone on record, I wouldn't know that your silly ass damn husband was sitting up here talking about your 13-year-old son is a man in his bed and he almost hurt him. You know that? If you ain't put your business online, I wouldn't know that your husband is cheating on you with your sister and she pregnant. You want to go viral? You want to be a star? Well, guess what? Me being in your business is the beginning of that. Keep on putting your shit out there. Hold on. Amen. Last place you put any of your personal business showed me. Last place you put any of your personal business on social media. God help you. Yes. Once it's on the internet, it's forever. Ask me. Well, let me tell you something. And guess what? I I wonder if half the stuff they post online is a lie. Anything? Absolutely. Now understand. People are gonna do. They're gonna be skits because sometimes I watch stuff. Hold on. What's that? Hold on. I can't say. Yeah. Sometimes I watch stuff and I don't know whether it's skit or real. I don't like. I'm not a prank person because a lot of the pranks are just you being mean to your significant other. A lot of. A lot of stuff that these pranks are not pranks. They're just you doing stuff for likes and views and hurting your partner feeling at the same time. So I'm just going, that's not me. But hey, if you want to put your business out there, if this is what you want to do for money, if that's the kind of star you want to be, do it. But understand, the internet is ruthless. Ruthless. Don't put your shit on here looking for no sympathy. Understand that if you tell us that my wife is cheating on me, and what should I do? I don't really want to leave her. I love her. She's good to me, but guess what, bitch? I'm going to make the video. I'm going to tell you that no, she doesn't love you. No, she's not good to you. Now, she may be good to somebody else. See, that's my thing. I don't say, when I say somebody is not good for you, that doesn't mean you're not a good person. That just means that this is not your person. Because your person, that person that, it doesn't make you blind. Because trust me and my wife gonna look at some booty. I didn't get blind. I fell in love. I gave my life to my partner. She gave her life to me. And we gonna make that shit work. I didn't get blind. But I don't want nobody but her. I can't imagine. Hold on. People talking. Hold on. I'm coming. You should check that cop cam video. Wild stuff. Yeah, I know. Where he cheated on his wife. No, I ain't seen that one. Here's the thing. I ain't about to lie to y'all. Like I said to everybody coming in now, earlier I talked about for the past month and a half almost, I've been in a little depressive state. I hadn't been online since sometime in December. And I was just in a dark place. I was just in a quiet, dark place that did not have room for anybody, barely had room for myself. I made room for my wife and my kids because on some level, I knew I couldn't all the way be sad, but I had been someplace that I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I'm getting out of it now. So I'm back. And that's why I say I ain't got no sympathy. Because we all going through some shit. We all, hold on. What the hell my eyebrows doing, y'all? Hold on. Y'all tell me my eyebrows look like I was crazy. Hold on. Because I got a natural arch in my eyebrow, like right here. But it looked like I was doing a little crazy time. All right. Hold on. Somebody see us. Same. Hold on. Fact, same here. If he thinks he's giving his life to anyone else, forget it. They can have him at. Thank you. But hold on. No, don't be depressed. You know what? Like I said, I have not been diagnosed. I just felt that. I just realized that I was in the middle of it when I was like, I wasn't eating. I was barely drinking. And I was just sitting here reading books. I didn't turn on TV or nothing. Baby was like, you watch TV today? Nope. Hold on. It's Missy. Always know your children are watching. You're raising the next generation. Yep. Well, I don't talk to my son about grown folk stuff because my mama taught me even when you grown, you ain't as grown as she is. And hold on. You don't believe it's true. This is why so many folks are on YouTube playing the field. Hold on. For folks with depression, we get happy on here. I mean, yeah. You look for when you are, depending upon who you are and how you handle situations, you either, I turn inward, I get quiet, I turn inward, I don't talk. Our children are grown with their own children. They don't even know we on YouTube. My baby don't watch my YouTube. But that's fine. He ain't got to. I'm grown. I talk about shit. You know? It ain't for him to talk back. You know? But I got lost, y'all, for a second. But like I was saying, I wasn't diagnosed. I just felt that way. So I kept to myself. That's how I do it. If I'm messed up, I keep to myself. If I'm feeling some kind of way, I keep to myself. I don't eat when I'm sad. I drink because I have to. And it's just, I was telling everybody that, one, to let y'all know that you're not alone. Because a lot of people who are going through situations like that think they're the only one. I don't know why we think that way. It just is what it is. But a lot of people going through something think they're by themselves. I wanted you to understand that you're not by yourself. You're not alone. Number one. Number two, I wanted everybody to know I'm back. Better know. But no sympathy. And here's why. Because YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, anybody who does social media, a lot of it is filled with pleas for sympathy. Hey, get our daughter. Hold on. Hey, get this. Our daughter is in her internship. Oh, that's good. And she'll be able to. That is so good.
Show.
Oh, hold on. I have food to show. Hold on.
I didn't put rice on yours.
All right. So this, can y'all see? Hold on. Can y'all see? Baby making Chinese food. Hold on. Orange chicken. Let me get up close. Y'all know. This ain't. Hold on. Wait a minute. Shit. Ain't good at this. And we had dumplings. She didn't make them, but she cooked them. Not that she couldn't make them, but she know it's hard. I don't even know how to get this shit on here. Can y'all see?
Let me get mine.
All right. No, it wasn't that. Thank you. It does. It looks delicious. She made orange chicken and dumplings.
Steamed broccoli with butter and seasoning.
Hi, Kiki. You mean to hear this hello chat? Okay. What? Yes. Oh, I really need it. You know what? I couldn't read for a second. My bad. Stop licking. Stop it. Hold on. If your husband cooking plays like that, well, she is definitely a keeper. Oh, yeah, here. She's definitely a keeper. All right. But back to what I was saying. The reason my thing is I have no sympathy in 2026 is because I don't. And here's why. We come on to social media and some content creators like us, we do family, but we still grown. I have a grandbaby who is 3. Hold on. Look, I can see far, but I can't see the little words. I can sort of see them. I see that they're words. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see them to read them good. So that's why I put the glasses back on. We have 5 grandbabies. No, we have 1. We have 1, and she is 3 by herself. My son said, he said he didn't have no kids. He's 27, 28. So that means I got 7, 8 more years of that. I don't know. I don't know how he think that that's going to happen. Because like he going to have a baby, but maybe he knows something. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Grandbabies are grandbabies. Anyway. So yeah, we make family content, things like that. Baby does vlogs and DJing and she plays games. And I come on here and I do this. I talk to y'all. We go back and forth. One is, baby. All our grandbaby has to say is, oh, I want one of those. Yeah. And this is simple as she said, so she wanted a lollipop and we ain't have any. So I was ordering from DoorDash. So the store I ordered from had those gourmet lollipops. Y'all know the big round ones that are, they want me 50 cents. She said, I want a lollipop. I ordered other stuff so I get her a lollipop. I didn't want to order the big bag because at this store it's more expensive than Walmart. I didn't feel like ordering from Walmart. So I just ordered some stuff so I could get this lollipop. She'll sit in your lap while we be during Christmas time. She used to sit in her Gigi's lap, and they would be over there on Amazon, and all you would hear is her talking about she got a package at the door. So there you go. I don't know. Our oldest just turned 50, and he has 2 children. Ages. You say he just turned 50 and his children are 75? You better go ahead and wait till you grown. He wait till they have a good job in a home to get married. That's what's up. You have to have a bank for that. Baby, you just have to have just... I get one more grandbaby. I'm about to hit that pole or the straw. One of them. I thought the children was expensive. Grandbabies just get everything. Food, clothing, toys, whatever. She watches this thing on YouTube. It's a show that does a little Montessori bees. So I had to go hunt down the bee. So now I got to go hunt down. I got the beehive. Now I got to go hunt down the bee tree. And then the other day she said she wanted something that was also a Montessori toast. So now we got to go hunt that down. What? Hold on. Amen. He waited until he was well settled. And you believe his wife was turkey. Baby. Grandbabies are not for the weak of heart. If I stay on here long enough, she gonna sneak downstairs at some point. Well, actually, she may not, because her mama is babysitting a friend, a baby, and she likes babies, so she may not come down. She may not sneak down here, but on other days, she running away from home to come down here. But yeah. Let me tell you something. There are so many people in the world that you can be sympathetic for. But I'm not. I have sympathy where it is due. But just because you made a bad decision and you want me to feel bad for you, absolutely not. No. Just like I don't want you to feel bad for me. I'm not telling you what was going on with me, why I haven't been online in a month and a half, so you'll feel bad. Don't feel bad. Just feel seen. Know that you ain't alone. Know that there's somebody you can talk to. Know that somebody can empathize with you. I have empathy. I don't have sympathy for anybody making grown-up decisions. Hey, Daniel Barrett Sports Highlights 5851. I got the whole thing. How you doing? Hey. Hold on. Hey, y'all. Hey, Journey. No one holds that against you. I've been AWOL. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's just that sometimes you have to let people know that they're seen. Because a lot of people who use this platform are using it because they don't feel seen. Even though, like, I'm looking at y'all and I'm looking at myself while I'm talking to y'all, I don't always feel seen. But it's not your job to do anything but be entertained by me. Don't bring your bullshit on here and want me to cry for you. Don't. Because you had every opportunity for that situation to be different. My man cheating on me. He been cheating on me since we've been together. You could have stopped that by leaving. This third baby, we had to do a DNA test on because he don't trust me. You could have stopped that by leaving after one when he did the first one. Because I'm going to tell you something. My husband or wife, we done plan these babies. We done talked about having these babies. And then when I had a baby, first thing you want to say is you need a DNA test. I'm gonna need a DNA divorce too. Mm-mm. If you on baby number 3 and he still doubts you and he still calls you hoes and bitches and you a hoe and da, I don't feel sorry for you. I ain't even mad at you. You chose this life. I didn't. You still hang around with people to make you feel bad. You still making excuses for your friends. That's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But if you put it on him, I'll talk about it. And I'm not going to be nice about it. Because it's not what you need. Because a lot of y'all don't have friends. Y'all got yes men. Y'all got people who co-sign y'all bullshit. But y'all ain't got nobody tell you, don't wear that shit out the house. Your makeup ugly. Why you got them eyelashes on? Boy, what the hell is on your feet? Boy, why you doing that girl like that? Why is this girl pregnant? Why is you knocked up by this fool who still live with his mama? Ain't nobody telling you the truth. They co-signing your bullshit and you out there letting them. No sympathy. You like it, I love it. Do it 2 times. Matter of fact, do it. Record it. Edit it. Post it so I can talk about it. That's how 2026 goes. And you can talk about me too. If I post it crazy, do your thing. But just know there's no shame in leaving. There's no shame in saying no. There's no shame in divorce. There's no shame in taking care and doing what you need to do so that you don't bring a life into this world that you don't love, that you can't take care of, and that nobody is there for. Caught a lot of flack because I'm black, and when I divorced my first husband who was black, I married a white man after. Try something new. I would walk in the instead of being with the some people are raised in dysfunction, drama, and foolishness, and they feel that's normal. They don't question it. You're correct. You are 100% correct. But like I said, the first time, the reality is it's not 1985. There's no excuse for saying that I didn't know. Once you get out and you have the ability to research and gain information. When I'm talking about I don't have sympathy, I'm not talking about children and young people. I'm not talking about people who don't have the experience or the wisdom to understand that the situation they're in is a bad one, because that's a lot of times that's what it is. When you're young, you get caught up in a situation and you didn't realize just how bad that situation was because you don't have the experience, knowledge, or wisdom to deal with it. I'm talking about grown-ups. I'm talking about folks damn near old as me doing the same thing that 18, 15, 12-year-old is doing. That's what I'm talking about. When I say no sympathy, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about grown-ups. I'm talking about grown folks who willingly and not blindly, with their eyes wide open. Where my eye at? There you go. Like this, into a situation, thinking that they are special, thinking that they are unique, that they're the unicorns in the world, when in reality, you just bitch number 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you just some dude on her roster that's feeding her pasta and lobster, okay? So don't sit up here. None. Hold on. I don't know. I believe that is the way it should be. My first husband wanted me to support him. Absolutely not. I could not have sympathy for a grown behind. Hold on. Yeah. If you put up with nonsense, if you put out nonsense, if you attract nonsense, then guess what? We're going to talk to you like you nonsensical. What you give, 2026, what you give is what you get. If you give dumb, you're getting dumb. If you give stupid and ignorant, that's what you're getting back. If you give attitude, that's what you're getting back triple. If you give love and positivity, I'm going to give you an infinite amount of that back. But don't come sit up here and tell me about somebody cheating on you, especially if you dipping and dabbing too. Don't get mad. Don't do it. Find you some friends that's going to tell you about yourself. Find you some friends that ain't going to have you out there free balling, butt naked in the world, doing dumb shit, thinking it's all right. Have you some friends, you remember back in the day, have you some friends that's going to go to the bathroom with you, ain't going to let your ass get kidnapped out the club. You hear what I'm saying? Don't have some friends that you're blind and you go to the club and they leave you in there by yourself. That's what 2026 is on. The blind leading the blind. Dumb bitches leaving blind bitches and leaving them where they at. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hold on. I have had people call me born to my face when they see excitement they live in. I'm good. Hold on. Heck, you're probably the most intelligent person in the group. Boring. That's the thing. What's boring? Me, I was sitting out there talking to we was talking. I said something. I said, baby, when you think we gonna stop laughing? Because if people think we just be doing some super shit here, nah, we just be talking crazy, singing random ass songs when somebody say something and laughing and dumb shit. That's what we be doing here. That's what we do online. That's what we do with y'all. Boring. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some good stuff. Let me get up close so y'all can look in my eyes when I say this. I did what I was supposed to do in my 20s and some of my 30s. I sold them oats. I drank in them clubs. I passed out, woke up drunk, woke up high, woke up with a hangover. God, I did everything that I was supposed to do when I was young so that I get to my 50s, my 40s. I can settle down, laugh and joke and kiki with my baby and not have one moment of wonder where she is or what she's doing, even if she's not in my eyeball sight. Boring? Let me be boring. But guess what? I'm going to be boring with my baby and not having to worry about if she was your baby. Hold on. Somebody say something. Girl, I did all, baby. If I tried that now, I wouldn't make it, bitch. Is it terrible to feeling to pass out drunk? Let me tell you something. I don't know if okay, yeah, I did pass out. But okay. I think I went to sleep. I don't know. It was probably passing out. But no, when I was young, you could do that. When I was young, because I understand. I was legal at 18. I was legal at 19. I wasn't legal at 20. Changed the age to 21 right before I turned 20. And then I was legal again at 21. So I've been legal, yeah, before they changed the age. But anyway, when you're young, your body made to do that, I guess. Yeah, I passed out in the bathroom at the club, okay? Okay. I had a nice nap. Woke up refreshed. Went out there and drank some more. Yeah. And you know what? I don't feel the need to do it now. I don't feel the need. Now I smoke a little weed because, hey, it is what it is. Because sometimes the pain gets to be too much. Sometimes I can't sleep. And sometimes you just need a little 420 in your life. But that being said, I'm also damn near 60. I'm not going into the Olympics or the Army or nothing. I ain't got to have no drug test. But, yeah. I just think, and it's just my opinion, nobody else's opinion, that we've gotten so dependent upon the opinions of others, strangers, people that don't make a difference in our lives, that we have allowed that to become more important than reality. Likes and views are more important than love and peace. And that's just sad. I don't know. I remember walking home down the sidewalk with my shoes in my hand when my dad was taking my younger siblings to church, talking about feeling bad. Baby, if you ain't been in church, because your mama said if you can go out all night, your ass can be in church in the morning. If you ain't went to church and what you went in the club, then you have not partied yet. If you have not went to see the Lord in your damn outside clothes, you ain't partied yet. You ain't did it. You ain't did it. Oh, no. If they don't sign checks to me, forget them. Yes. And wait a minute. I go, now God is good. If you have not been in church praying to him right there in the church to just give you to just get you through the day, and I promise I won't drink no more, knowing you lying. All I see is these little ponytails on top of my head, y'all. Anyway, again. And I'm making it fun about it because shit, that was shit. Last time I was like that was right before I got my 37th birthday. I got March. My 37th birthday was the last time I got yelled. Because the girls took me out from work. We got high, we got drunk, we had fun. The little gay girls dancing up on my booty. I didn't realize, that was just a precursor to the future. The white girl, she's from Minnesota. I liked her accent. I probably would have let her. I think I let her rub on my booty that night. We were just dancing. I mean, she wasn't like, ha, ha, ha. She was just like, hunching on me like a dude. And I was like, all right, whatever, didn't bother me. She liked me, wouldn't understand. I didn't know that. She ain't act like that, but she did act like that. You know what I'm saying? She bought me a soda every day. And now that I look back, that she was flirting and doing that stuff. I realized she was flirting and doing that stuff, but she was young too, because I was in my 30s then, and I think she was in her 20s. And I don't go back that young. You know what I'm saying? I done went back like 6-7 years, but yeah. Anyway. But I think the last time, was my 37th birthday, right before I got pregnant with it. And I was cool. I was 37. I had did it. Trust me. It was done. If you could do it, I did it. And it was done. I have never, hold on. I have never thought I cared about what folks on social media think about me. Why? Because even if it ain't true, they'll make it up. So what difference do it make? Hold on. Our youngest son claims he's bisexual. I told him that's a crock. He needs to draw the line and make up his mind. Well, I mean, here's the thing. And this, again, is only opinion. This is not a fact. I don't know it to be. But young men have a harder time saying that they like men and women, because automatically when a young man says he's bisexual or that, he could be attracted to a man, society as a whole, oh, that's some gay shit. That's what they say. So it's harder. Now, your daughter come and say she bisexual. You wouldn't have it. You wouldn't have to tell her to draw that line, because we just don't think in those manners. But he probably is right now, depending upon his age, attracted to both. You'll find a lot of very effeminate men who people think are 100% gay actually like women too. Oh, he dated girls, but he only lived with a man. Well, that's true. I've never lived with a man. And I've only lived with 2 women. And I'm married to one of them. So. And I'm not trying to be funny, Mom, but homosexual relationships are expedited time from heterosexual relationships. A man and a woman, if they date and get married and live together in a couple weeks, that's odd. 2 women or 2 men do it, that's just norm. So that might have been why he lived with a man. I don't know. A lot of gay relationships are expedited, or but I don't know why. I don't know why it moves so fast. It just is what it is. But all right, y'all, let me see how long I've been on here, because I got a little toothache. And at first it wasn't too bad, but the more I talk, the more it hurts. All right, I'm gonna get to this hour and a half. We got like 1 minute. I'm gonna go back over the stuff I talked about, which is what I normally do. I started with telling y'all why I was gone. Everybody see this in the replay. Just go back. When you started, you'll see what I'm talking about. No sympathy. I have empathy for those who deserve it, but everybody else, you bring your business, your personal private business, to the internet, to Jill Scott's interweb. I'm going to talk. We're going to talk. they're going to talk, and there's going to be no sympathy there. And don't be mad if you come to us and tell us about how your man is cheating on you. He cheating on us now. If you come on here talking about your baby mama won't let you see your kids, she won't let you see our kids. Huh. Hannah, do you mean folks really want you to explain where you have been? They should have been happy. Yep. Hey, Elsie, how you doing? Thank you. All right, y'all. So, watching the replay, it goes over everything. If you have anything to add, hit them in them comments down below for you, girl. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video, it'll go live. You guys can join us. I don't know what DC got next, but I'm sure she got something. So, hold on. Somebody said something. Yeah, they expect that. So, thank you guys. My glass is dirty. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank the new people who came along. Hold on. Oh, you have my bell click for ages? Y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. To the new people, welcome to the Bomb Squad. Yes, it's the best squad. Bomb Squad. It is what it is. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys. I appreciate the support, and I'll be back. Something will tickle my fancy. Something will make my booty itch, and I'll be back. Me and my 2 ponytails will be back. So, Happy New Year. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Welcome to all the new, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. This your girl, Lisa, and I'm out. Peace.
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on to the next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shit, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they